PowerPoint.
Thanks. Today we're learning about complementary angles and supplementary angles. Okay, we've learned so far in chapter 2 about bisecting angles, bisecting segments, yeah? That was 2.2 and 2.1. So now we're moving on to different kinds of angles and how they relate to each other. So, any idea what complementary means?
This complements, it's the same, it's
Not the same.
next to each other.
Okay. You're thinking of a different word. Complement and supplementary, they equal two angles. What angle measure is complement?
90.
90. Complementary is 90 degrees. Supplementary is
180.
180 degrees. Yep. So let's write that down. Complementary 90.
Hey, no, that always says it up there.
Supplementary 180. I know it does. Okay. So on A, I know it already tells you, but let's walk through it. On A, B, and C, we need to decide whether it's complementary, supplementary, or neither. So how do we tell on A? Yeah. What?
Well, it's a straight line.
It is a straight line, but how can we know if it's 180 or not?
158 plus 22.
Yep. Add those together. What do you get when you add those together?
180.
180, which is supplementary. Boom. What about B? What do we need to do with those two angles?
85 plus 15.
Yep. Add them together. What do you get?
None. You get 90, 100.
You get 100, which means
None.
neither. Yep. And now C, what do you do?
Add them together.
Add them together. What do you get?
90.
90, and that gives you
Supplementary.
90 is
Or complementary.
complementary. Okay. Someone asked me, well, what about 89? That's pretty close to 90. Is that complementary or neither?
No, none. Neither.
Right. It has to be exactly 90 or exactly 180. Yeah?
90.1.
Nope. Not complementary.
What?
Okay. Try these on your own. All right. So on number 1, how do we find out if it's complementary, supplementary, or neither? Add them together. When you add these two together, what do you get?
69.
69.
So funny.
Is that complementary, supplementary, or neither?
Neither.
It is neither. Why?
I'm so smart. I'm literally Einstein.
Because it's not 90 or 100.
It's not 90 or 180. Good. Number 2, what do we do with these two?
Add them.
What do you get?
90 degrees.
What does 90 degrees mean?
Complementary.
Complementary.
Complementary. Okay, what about these two? What do you do with them?
Add them.
Adam.
What do you get?
180.
What's 180 mean?
Supplementary.
Are we good with this?
Yes.
Self-explanatory?
Yeah.
Alright.
Pieces. I promise.
Okay, now we're going to talk about adjacent and non-adjacent. Can someone tell me what adjacent means?
Together.
Right next to each other.
Next to each other.
Yep. So, A, are those adjacent or non-adjacent?
Adjacent.
Non.
Are they non-adjacent or adjacent?
Adjacent.
Non.
Raise your hand if you think they're adjacent. Raise your hand if you think you're not adjacent.
Me.
So, they are non-adjacent because right here there's a gap. They're not connected.
Well, how is that supposed to know?
So that's a gap. It's okay. So those ones would be non-adjacent. Okay, what about B? Are those adjacent or non-adjacent?
Yes.
They're adjacent because they're connected. Okay, they make one big angle, but separate, they're their own angle. Okay. C, are those adjacent or non-adjacent?
Non.
Why do you say non?
There's an angle between them.
Yep, there's an angle between them or a gap. Good. So that would be non-adjacent. With adjacent, non-adjacent?
No.
No? Any questions? Okay. Moving on to this one, I skipped the one with a bunch of words on it, okay? So this says angle B is complement of angle D, and it gives us the measure of angle D is 79 degrees. We want to find the other. What's a key word in that sentence?
Complementary.
Complement. What does complement mean?
90.
Complement means 90. So if we know complement means 90, and one of the angles is 79, how do we find the other angle?
Subtract 90 from, or subtract 79 minus 90, which equals 11.
90 minus 79, which is 11. Yeah? Makes sense? In number 5, angle G is a supplement of angle H, and measure of angle G is 115. We want to find the other angle. What's a key word in there? Supplement, and that means 180. So if we know 180 and it gives us one angle, how do we find the supplement of that
Subtract
angle?
that from 180.
180 minus 115, and you get
65.
65. And then always, always, always label. Okay, degrees. Any questions over solving those problems?
What's your favorite angle?
So, look for keywords, okay, and then know what those keywords mean. Now we're going to talk about a theorem that we're going to get more into tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce it today, and then we'll get more into it tomorrow. Okay, it says angle 7 and angle 8. I'm right here. Angle 7 and angle 8. Those are supplementary. What does supplementary mean? 180. What kind of angle is this? If this line, what kind of angle is that? It's a straight angle. Yep, so it's 180. So 7 and 8 are supplementary to each other, but it also says 8 and 9 are supplementary to each other.
Yes.
So if 7 and 9 are both supplementary with 8, what do we know about 7 and 9?
7, 8, 9.
7 and 9 are congruent. What does congruent mean?
Next to each other.
Nope.
Out of
Congruent means the same, so we know that angle 7 and angle 9 are the same angle because they're both supplementary to angle 8. Okay? Again, we'll get more into it tomorrow. So, in this diagram, it says measure of angle 10 and 11 are 90 degrees. So, they're saying right here is 90 degrees. It also says that 11 and 12 are 90 degrees.
There's no way.
So, if 10 is complement with 11, and so is 12, what do we know about 10 and 12? They're the same. They're congruent. Yep, so 10 and 12 are congruent. Okay, again, we'll get into more of it tomorrow. Any questions about what we went over today?
no.
What does complement mean?
It's the same. Or no, 90 degrees.
What does complement mean?
90 degrees.
Everyone, what does complement mean? 90 degrees. What does supplement mean?
180 degrees.
180. Good job.